Welcome to part 65 of Yakuza 0, and we're going to finish up what we started way before we finished up chapter 4, and that is getting Komeki's training finished. On top of the fact we're going to get Areshi's training finished, on top of the fact that there is another side quest we need to deal with. And to be clear, there's going to be a couple of side quests we're going to be dealing with before we move on to Chapter 8. That'll give me enough time to at least finish the remaining 4 stars. So, with that said, our last training is in fact a Tiger Drop. It's more along the lines of a 3-star counter, which once you get 3 bars, why did I say star? I meant bars. Once you get 3 bars and you actually use the counter, you can stop the mid attack and actually do some serious damage. The thing is, it'll only do damage if you have 3 bars. And it'll only work if you have 3 bars. This is by far the toughest one. And this is where the mistranslation came in. Because the mistranslation, ladies and gentlemen, was you holding the L1. PS4 version fixed that and instead made it to where you hold the R1 and press circle right when the person's about to attack. The more powerful the attack, the more, how shall I put it, the more useful it's going to be. But the thing about this counter, you gotta do it right when somebody's attacking. Otherwise, you're gonna get your ass handed to you on a silver platter. And by the way, in case you're wondering how I managed to get up enough money in order for me to actually pull this off, again, I recently beat Club Mars in the Cabaret Club Czar, which by the time this video is actually released, which would be on a Wednesday, I'd probably started getting the first 3 episodes up of that. And if I can do things really quickly, then Cabaret Club Czar would go by really fast. At least in time for me to start Mega Merry Christmas. A man can dream. However, I need to do this one more time and that's it. Now all we need to do is just beat this guy within a ½ inch of his life, and that's going to be the end of Komeki's training. Oh, and bear in mind, that new move he just showed you, he can do that to you. And when he does, that is not going to be pleasant. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm trying to pull off these extra hits, this actually was a skill that I happened to get from actually buying abilities. So yeah, I pretty much bought most of my level 4 abilities upon beating Club Mars. So that means I'm going to have to get some more money. Oof! That's just some sweetness right there. I just need to be at a 2-star and we're good to go. God, I really wish I could just dodge, or rather, block. That would help. Hey, get off me! Oh well, I guess I'll have to go the old-fashioned way and just knock him out because I cannot, well, change styles for right now. But yes, that was a battle, and that was the end of Komeki. So in other words, Komeki basically taught you all the skills that you've learned, but the problem is, those really weren't his skills. He's trying to look for a successor. Oh, and yeah, you're going to be seeing this guy for 6 whole games. All I gotta say about that. But at least you get Thug Cunning Harsh Lesson. And that's what you get. So, with that said, the only way you're going to get that actually to be pulled off is if you manage to work up enough heat in order for you to nail somebody with that. It's not that great of a counter as opposed to the tiger drop that he has. But learning that move actually has a different effect in Mad Dog of Shimano. Let's just put it to you like that. And it actually doesn't need 3 bars once you learn that move. See, here's the thing. Everything you learn, once Mad Dog of Shimano is unlocked, it will be available. And when it's available, it's going to be somewhat decent. But in all honesty, the only thing that is the best benefit of Mad Dog of Shimano is because of the fact that you could get some power-ups to your heat and your physical and your health. And more importantly, you have a knife that will never break. And it's really goddamn powerful if you actually can pull off the counter. And that's if we actually get to that part. We will, but it's gonna take a while. For right now, we are done with Komeki. He's gone. However, we inadvertently activated another side quest. Which, by the way, this side quest has a person who left writing on the wall on a toilet. Good Lord. So, all you basically have to do is just reply, and that's it. And that'll take care of the first half of this side quest. So you basically have to come back and do this 3 more times. That's gonna happen in the next part. Along with another side quest that's kind of important. But for now, we've got other issues to worry about aside from writing on someone's wall. Primarily, we need to go and find Areshi and finish his training, which he had 1 left. And probably the easiest one out of the 3 styles. Literally, it is the easiest one to learn. As opposed to the damn counter throw. So, you want to go to Essence of Blade Biting. Finally, we get to learn that move. And you're about to see exactly how easy it is. Here's the thing. The whole fight with Komeki literally took me 7 to 8 minutes. That's including the side quest. This right here, only a minute. I shit you not. Because all I had to do was just, while with full health, press triangle against people with swords. Now, here's the thing people don't understand. While this looks like a very decent counter, later on in the game you're going to be running the Weapons Masters. This is the only thing that will actually not work. Okay, how should I put this? The Weapons Masters are the only thing that the heat action doesn't work against. Otherwise, this is actually pretty damn easy. Now, anyone who's not a Weapon Master, you can just literally take their weapon and smack them with it or stab them with it. If you stab them with it, that's even worse. So, with that said, we're done with these guys, and they too have somewhat of a side hustle. We'll worry about that some other time. But for right now, we have the Mystery Caller. So, this safe spot right here, answer the phone. There's a reason why we're here with this Mystery Caller. This Mystery Caller is tied to one of the hostesses from your club. In other words, that hostess is basically gonna be available once we get this friendship quest out of the way. But what's going on here? This mysterious caller is pretty much giving you money to do some shady exchanges, i.e. dropping a weapon by the phone. This is where you would actually have to wait till Chapter 8 in order for new areas to be unlocked. This is the reason why. Because the area needed in order for you to find the item you're looking for, all are open between Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. So it's best that you come at this point to do this mission. That's why I skipped it. Because you could find yourself a 9mm automatic, which, by the way, is in Dragon and Tiger by default. And I do believe someone actually has a Chinese sword. Actually, no, it's not a Chinese sword. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah. Somebody actually did have a Chinese sword. I forgot who had it. But there was one thing that they wanted to ask you to find, which you had no choice but to find your scouts for. And that is Tourmaline. Tourmaline, actually. Tourmaline is, in fact, the only thing you can't just buy from Dragon and Tiger or from a side quest. Tourmaline, actually no, you gotta buy that from either A, the mystery machine, or B, randomly from Dragon and Tiger. It's not in a side quest. Now, if Kiryu happened upon Tourmaline, you could just send it to Majima once Mr. Moneybags come in, which, by the way, shows up in Chapter 8. And yes, Kiryu can have stuff that Majima needs. Just saying. So let's go on ahead and talk to the phone guy and hand over the 9mm automatic. 9mm automatic. Yes. Because I went there and bought a 9mm from Dragon and Tiger, and we also went and bought a Chinese sword. No, actually no, I had my scouts found a Chinese sword, even though there is a side quest that actually gives you one. And more importantly, you can actually find one from a dream machine. Yeah, that's something that people do not realize. Those dream machines are there for a reason. Yeah, you're going to have to reload them, but you'll inadvertently find a Chinese sword in a dream machine, and you may end up finding a Sakura sword in the dream machine. But the Sakura sword also is a part of the side quest too. But here's the thing, when we get to that side quest in the next part, you might want to make sure that you have the Sakura sword unlocked for you to buy later. Because that Sakura sword is pretty damn good. And the last thing you want is to permanently not be able to get it unless you go through scouts. And sometimes those scouts can be very tedious. Other times, when you do manage to find what you need, it's going to be in the form of a recipe as opposed to being in the form of an actual weapon. And that is the thing people need to understand. Those scouts, yes, you could find what you're looking for, but it's randomized, and until you get the two items that I ended up getting, the Traveler's Charm, which I got from the fake yellow turbans, and the Benkei Amulet, which I got from the postcard, you're not going to be able to get everything that you hope for. You got to rely on RNG. Those two items literally make RNG a non-issue. So now we're going to have to bring back Tourmaline, and eventually we're going to have to bring back a Sakura sword to end the friendship. And we're going to do that in the next episode of Yakuza 0. This is RPMan985. I will see you all in part 66 when we finish this side quest. Peace out.